Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. I am John Halcyon, and what a delight to connect with you in this morning, or if you're watching this recording, hello. I would love to hear what you are grateful for. And I would love to start with a song. Let's just start singing and see what happens next. And if you've got a friend named Becky, you might call her Bex. And if you've got some gratitude, share it with everyone you know. And if you've got a big rainstorm, at least it isn't snow. It's time to share the love that we got. It's time to share everything coming out of us, even snot. And if we do it together, it's gonna be great. I started on time, well, just a little bit late. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. Great morning to you, Juan. Good morning, Gerbot. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for a beautiful conversation this morning. We have a guest at the house, and I got to have a beautiful conversation over dinner and a beautiful conversation this morning. Lots of deep thoughts. Lisa is a wise, brilliant, and deep thinking human being, and I tend to be a little bit more on the sillier side. And so witnessing her in conversations with people who are really putting their energy into going deep, and the way that she responds and the way that she can connect and the way that she can tie things together it's such a gift and such a treat. So grateful for my beloved, and grateful that our dynamic does have a balance of sincere and silly. And so when I put a little bitty joke in the middle of a deep philosophical conversation, I never feel like I'm distracting. It's part of this dance of ideas and thoughts. So really grateful for that. It's Saturday. Oh my gosh, traveling twice this week. Flying home from San Diego, from Portland to San Diego, then flying back to Portland and then back to San Diego, has my mind all confused about what day it is. So today is First Saturdays. So I am grateful that in a couple hours I'm going to go downtown and get to join up with a bunch of big-hearted volunteers and connect with our neighbors in need and give away some clothes and food and care packs and smiles and hugs. So if you're in San Diego, meet us at noon. And if you're not in San Diego, maybe just take that love ambassador attitude wherever you go. Oh, I almost knocked over my coffee. I'm grateful for inspiration that I've been having lately creatively and making videos, taking a little extra time with editing and playing with some AI video a little bit. I took some old videos that I'd done and substituted early AI images that I made with new AI video, and it's crazy how much better things have gotten in a little over a year. So while I spend very little time, if I can possibly discipline myself, I spend very little time thinking about the 3 years from now impact of AI on the planet. I try to enjoy the little bitty games and silliness and artistic aspects of AI in the present moment. Gratitude, man. In this conversation that we were just having, it's like, that if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And gratitude is my hammer. There's very few challenges, topics, struggles that I don't see with gratitude as being one of the solutions. In terms of the mental, spiritual struggles of life. I mean, obviously, gratitude doesn't fill a hungry belly. But if we are suffering, thinking about starvation in the world, there are ways that a gratitude practice can soothe the heart so that you can hold the awareness of that starvation without being pulled underwater and suffocating. Gerbot says, also grateful for all the people I met and talked to and looking forward to another exciting day there. Oh, I think I may have missed the first comment. Unless you didn't say where there was. Didn't come through for me. So where did you go? Were you having another exciting day? I'm grateful for Jason and Merrick, my First Saturdays co-founders. Jason is actually not going to be there today, and he will be missed. And yeah, I feel so grateful for my partnership with Lisa. I've been really enjoying the TV show Foundation on Apple Plus. Watched an episode last night with Lisa for season 3, and it's really well done. It's like seriously like high-end movie quality of a sci-fi show. Gerbot says, gratitude fills a hungry heart. Yeah. Because without, we forget that there's nourishment all around us unless the gratitude practice helps us to see it. What else? I'm looking at like notes all over myself. I'm grateful that I met one of the neighbors. There's a couple that lives here, and I'd only met one of them, and I went over there with a note that I printed out in case they weren't home, just saying, hey, I've been putting my trash cans kind of right up against your walkway because I want to make it easier on the mail person, because if I put it on the other direction, it kind of blocks our mailbox. So if it bothers you, let us know. And also, hey, FYI, I do this for Saturdays, so if you ever want to donate clothes to Goodwill, call me first and I'll come pick it up. But he came to the door, so I got to meet the neighbor, which was great since I love it here. I love this neighborhood, and I'm grateful to have a little physical connection. And speaking of physical connection, I'm also so grateful that I got to meet Ava in Portland, who is a gratitude circle, a Zoom gratitude circle regular. And what a treat to give a physical hug to somebody that you've known online for years. Good morning, Fred. Fred says, right now I'm grateful when modern medicine, especially low-dose pain meds, works. That moment when you look up and realize your head or your foot or whatever doesn't hurt like hell because you took your pills, or your fever is down, or you aren't coughing like crazy. When you check your blood pressure or your cholesterol and it's down, and you think, 200 years ago, I would have just suffered with this or died of it. Testify. Man, there's plenty of reasons to be frustrated with the state of the medical system, but there's a whole lot of reasons to be grateful as well. Thanks for that reminder, Fred. Michelle is saying, grateful for every day, for my love, our lives, and each moment. Grateful for this space. Have a beautiful everything. Thank you, Michelle. I'm grateful for the fun I had. I made a little like promo video for the Burner Prep Instagram account. You know, I'm not going to the burn this year, but I still have so much good content and education for new burners. So I thought, even though I'm not going, I should promote it. So I kind of had some fun making a little promo video. So grateful for that. Gerbot says, grateful to be attending this Vintage Computer Fest. Oh, that's right. Yesterday, I got to see the people who started the Homebrew Computer Club in Berkeley, the mythical beginnings of the personal computer revolution. Wow, that is cool. So wild to be, you know, alive at a time when the people who, you know, dramatically change the direction of humanity are among us. I'm grateful for my dad. I had a really laugh-filled conversation with him yesterday after not seeing him for a while. I'm grateful for my mom. I got to go to choir with her this week and tell her how much I love her. Grateful that I had a nice phone conversation with my brother yesterday, catch up with him. Grateful for my relationship with my family. Chris, good morning. Chris says, grateful to be invited to my artist Tobias's wedding last night on a boat. It was my first African-American wedding where they touched on their enslaved history before jumping over the broomstick. Added bonus was that we could hear bands from Lollapalooza on shore from our boat. All right. Oh, that sounds like a wonderful evening. I remember going, well, I don't really remember that much, but I did go to the first Lollapalooza. And Coachella. I'm OG. It's so funny, the video that I put up where I said I'm not going to Burning Man this year, that went viral, and by going viral, it put in the feeds of many people who really should have no business crossing paths with me. But there's so many people that commented on, who cares what this old man thinks? And it's funny to think of, you know, hip young kids at Lollapalooza and Coachella, what they would think of this white bearded old man. When I was a kid, we didn't have digital printed home tickets. We had to wait in line. Any last gratitudes anyone want to share? I'm grateful that it's overcast right now. Hopefully it won't be too warm a day. It's always a little bit more fun to have a first Saturdays when the weather is mild. So I look forward to being able to be present with volunteers and clients in a couple hours. Michelle says, we aren't old, are we? We're seasoned. That's true. I wouldn't want it any other way. In fact, I feel so blessed to have been born in 71 and have so much of my life and my childhood to be without screens. So much of my childhood was with my imagination playing army men and outdoors in the canyon. And yeah, just super grateful for that. I mean, I'm grateful to be alive and witnessing this fascinating unfolding of reality and humanity. But I liked it before as well. So I'm glad I got to experience that too. But I'm grateful for this technology because it allows for this moment, this connection, this digital way for us to experience one another and feel our hearts and our gratitudes and be reminded that regardless of what is in our physical environments, that we have the tools to connect with people all around the world with shared vibrations. Sherry says, good morning, and grateful for living in a peaceful neighborhood that's safe, clean. Grateful for my son's dog, her happiness and joy, and that she leaps and frolics. She doesn't know she's an old dog. I'm going to learn a lesson from that old dog. I like that. Brandy, good morning. Sherry says, I'm grateful for nature and putting the phone down to see it. I'm going to take that as an inspiration to try to be more aware of nature today. And with that, wherever you are, let's give ourselves a big old hug, big old Saturday squeeze, appreciating our bodies, appreciating this moment, appreciating all the tiny and massive examples of miracles around us in nature and in people, in our own bodies and in our minds. So much wonder to appreciate. Let's take a deep breath in and squeeze one another. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and everybody here, thanks for being here for some Saturday gratitude. Have an incredible day. And notice some things that you might be grateful for that we can share with each other tomorrow. Love you. Happy for Saturday. And Brandy's grateful for an awesome cat.